Hello, everybody. It's been a while since I've been here, so yeah, it's nice to be back. And I decided to be back right now since we're still on a holiday, and I work best on holidays. This is the subject that was bugging me all day today, and I said, okay, let's approach it and let's open the discussion in our group with this. So it's about sex technology and dating apps. And hi, Gina. Nice to see you. I'm going to say hello to you guys in this group, so I hope you don't mind. Okay, so what do these two things, sex technology and dating apps, do for us, or to what extent do they help us? Now, I put some notes down, or actually on a paper, and I just want to stick to a structure. So here's the structure that I want to go for. First of all, what is sex technology and dating apps? And then, do we use them? And how do we use them? And how are we using them and we're not aware? The third thing is, do they really help us? So I think few people are asking themselves today if technology helps them or not. Hi, Christina. Nice to see you. Then, do our own values and standards help? So I think whenever you're using something, you ought to question yourself why you're using this and how do you evaluate that? Well, based on your values and your standards next to your intention, obviously. And then there's a final part for me related to sex technology and dating apps as a coach. Hi, Irina. So I was just presenting the content of the live, and now we'll just dig right in. First of all, what are dating apps and sex technology, in case you didn't know? Aside from the Tinder, OkCupid, and other platforms like these, because I know that there are other hookup apps that people use even more specifically than Tinder, so more explicitly for sex. But let me tell you this. Social media recently has turned into a dating and sex tech. This is true. And for the simple fact that you are on this group, say the wind is blowing, I hope you can hear me. So you're on this group, which is for sexual development. Have you ever considered that this Facebook group is actually a sex technology that you are using? Yes, it is. It's not a hookup thing, although let me tell you, when you guys sign up and you have those three questions, they are filtered for me. Some people that have signed in or wanted to sign in answered to one of those questions that they were seeking an intimate partner. And I would always approach that specific person and tell them, look, this is great, and I think it's, yeah, this is what you want, and it's only valid. But this specific group is not designed for matching and dating and hooking up. And if you're really interested in that, you should use other groups or other tools out there. So it's a filter, but this app, the Facebook group, and this network is also a sex technology for us, just not used in the way that we normally use technology. Okay, the sun is shining. Great. Okay, I'm glad you can hear me. Okay, so other sex technology out there, it involves your cell phone, this little thingy, which you can use to take photos, take pictures of yourself, send them on WhatsApp, send them on Facebook Messenger. Hey, I've done that. I know what I'm talking about. So I'm sure a lot of other people have done this without being exposed or having to suffer for this. So I'm guessing that this is no shocker for you. Hi, Marchingo. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. So in terms of the sex technology and dating apps and other tools out there which are used for you and your intimate life, the pool is much wider. And the reason I decided to do this live stream is because Facebook is announcing a lot of new tools for 2019. And one of those tools is Facebook dating. Bum, bum, bum. So we're going to be able to date people in our social circles, people that are attending events that we are attending, people that are in the network of our friends, and so on. I'm not so thrilled about this tool, but this is a personal opinion. However, somebody pointed out to me, somebody who's into social media, and this was again today, that because I am no longer in the group of 25 to 34 years old, I should refrain from expressing my opinion about this. This may be true. And the Facebook dating tool is probably not going to be good for me. I'm over 34 and it's not going to be used by a lot of people. However, I was questioning, which is going to be the next part, the use of this and the utility. So the second thing that I want to approach is, how do we use all our sex technology and our dating apps? A lot of people use them just to hook up. So meet somebody, have sex with them, ideally, and then move on to the next person. And a lot of people, especially the ones that I've been speaking to, were disappointed in how these technologies were working for them. They were complaining that people are very shallow and the conversation is rarely over their, how should I say, rarely matching their own intellectual level. And I guess when you have 3,000 people or 4,000 people to choose from, you don't necessarily go in depth. And even when you meet them face to face, it's kind of difficult to establish a connection. And another thing that they were complaining about is that they had so many people to choose from, but not necessarily people that they considered potential partners. So as of now, there's no, how do I say this, for sexuality, especially for sexuality, but let's say for dating, which is a much broader market, is not helping you. These apps are not helping you to filter out the people that you want. So most of these apps are filtering you based on your location, your age range, rarely interests. So this is something that we need to focus on. So how are we using these apps? Well, it depends on the stage you're in, obviously, but I would always ask you, are you using them in a way that you're happy with? Are you really growing in sexuality? Because the way I saw it, Facebook, like just for this tool, Facebook dating, I don't see it, how do I say this? I don't see it increasing the quality in the content that we put on Facebook. And I specifically see it as a hindrance, but this is, again, my personal opinion, for people that are working in dating, so coaches for dating, for relationship therapy, sexuality, and so on. I don't see this tool helping people to get to these people faster, so the specialists. And I see this tool helping them consume more hookups, consume more stalking people on Facebook. Again, my personal opinion. And I don't see these tools, because I don't think they were ever developed with the help of a sex coach or a dating coach or a therapist or any kind of educator. So I don't see these tools really helping you develop. I see them encouraging you to consume more and more and to spend more time online. And I guess anybody that was on Tinder will know that in order for you to reach somebody that you actually like on Tinder or on OkCupid, you have to spend a huge amount of time searching and swiping till you get to that person. And that's, I remember that when I had Tinder installed, I would stay like 1 hour or more than 1 hour a day just on this app to see if I find somebody that I like. And that was just physically, because I could never filter the person based on my interests. And how would I filter them for sexuality? Well, that's a huge question. I would have first looked at physical aspects. And let me tell you, it's not how you look, it's about dimensions, shapes, size. Yeah. I have a video out there. I made it, I think, about a year ago about small penis, but this was actually approaching the size of your genitalia and how that can actually impact your sexuality. If you don't match there, at least a little bit, yeah, your sex life is going to be affected. And neither hookup app, hook app is helping you filter out people based on at least this criterion. And another filter that I would have used, yeah, that would have been for what kind of sex are you into? Because you can end up being hooked up with somebody they present themselves one way on an app, but they're totally different in reality. So how do you use them? That's a good question. Then the next question that I had, or the next topic that I had for today is, do these apps help us? I would actually start with asking you, how is this group helping you? The live streams that I do, the videos that you can already go to in the archive, the posts, the written posts, the conversations that we're having here with people. How is this Sextech helping you grow in sexuality? And I think this is a question that you can ask yourself in relation to any other app that you use. How's Tinder? How's OkCupid? How is going to Facebook dating going to help you? And how's it going to help you be better? I would argue that your intention for not just why you use an app, but what is it that you seek in your intimacy is going to matter. If you're going to balance out using an app versus another, the why you're using these apps matters. And what you want to do in your intimacy, yeah, that's going to matter. Now, I don't think when these apps are built, I think everybody's starting from the question or the assumption that we just want to meet somebody. Yeah, we want to meet somebody right. We want to meet somebody that's going to help us grow. We want to get more perspective. And getting more perspective isn't just about meeting and having actual contact with one person. It's about a lot of other stuff out there. The information, the way the relationship or even the conversation is going. And apps don't go there. Not yet, anyway. So Irina had a comment earlier. I doubt age is a problem in expressing opinions on this topic, Facebook dating network or tool. Yeah, I doubt that too. I'm going to say I'm gonna give that guy his like give Caesar what is of Caesar, and that is that I'm no longer in that age group, so I'm over 34, and I don't use hookup apps anymore. And I think a lot of people over 30 something tend to get out of these apps, whether they married or they simply have seen that they need to go about dating and sexuality in a different way. So from that perspective, I gotta admit that that guy was right. I am not in that age group, and for my needs right now at this age, yeah, apps, no thank you. But the only thing that I could say that might help people under 34 is that the quality of your interactions matter. And the quality of your interaction isn't ensured by apps, unfortunately. This is something that you gotta address, and you gotta make it a point to bring it up and to recognize some things, the way that person speaks to you, the rush that they have to get into bed with you, the rush that they have to get to the next person, and so on, and also the rush that you might have to consume. So I think that's worth mentioning to people, even in the age group of 25 to 34, which is, by the way, the first age group that matters, at least on Facebook. Yeah, so that's about age. Okay. And do our own values and standards help? That was the fourth aspect that I had today. And in relation to sex tech and dating apps, they're going to matter everywhere. They're going to matter in the apps that you choose. They're going to matter in the people that you engage with. They're going to matter in the way you don't engage in sexuality with some. Your standards and values are going to matter all along the way. True. This is, yeah, I'm not going to hide that. But a lot of people don't take the time to wonder what values do I have about sexuality and which values do I embody? Because having a value and embodying it are two different things. I don't think anybody that develops Facebook apps or Sextech and dating apps or any other kind of cell phone dating apps and so on, I don't think they wonder about values. I honestly don't, and I think that's only something that you get in other places. I do hope that at least in this group, you get conversations that help you to get more clarity on your values related to sexuality. And it's not a moral stand or an ethical stand. This is the healthiest thing that you can do. And this is a more mature and a much wiser stand for your sexuality. When you filter out people and partners, and when you decide whether to engage with somebody or not based on your values in a much more conscious way, you're doing the service for yourself of not piling up failure experiences because of something that maybe you could have prevented, knowing your values, exploring your values. And you're also doing the service of not ending up in situations that you may regret later on. So not just failure, but or unpleasant things, experiences, but consequences in this case. So things that may leave a mark for you on the long run. And that's not something that dating apps are interested in. Like, what do we care? We just care that you consume as many people as possible, spend as much time in this app as possible, and perhaps also even invest money. That's it. So when it comes to, is it healthy for you? Does it work for you? Standards and values are a thing that they're missing. This is my personal and professional opinion. I'm going to say this again, because no dating coaches or relationship therapists or counselors or sex coaches are ever involved when these apps are being developed. This is the truth. Just people that are into marketing, into strategy, into technology, they are involved. Educational people, not so much. And last part, what do I want to leave you with? Oh, guys, you were writing a lot and I didn't see this. Okay, so Irina, are you really using these apps in a way you are happy or who can enhance your sexuality? Just wanted to write these questions here. Good questions to ask. Definitely. Absolutely. I agree. It helped me find reference points inside myself by opening up to reading, watching more, something I'm interested in, intimacy. I guess this is how you're using this Facebook group. Out of topic, great background choice. Hey, this is the public part that I usually walk my dog in, and I didn't take him out today with me because he would have run around here and I couldn't have focused on the discussion. And a lot of people had joined and I never said hello because for whatever reason, Facebook didn't warn or let me know that you guys were joining in. So yeah. Okay, so I want to close this discussion with 3 questions that I have for you. And let me see, because I had written them down. So whenever I coach somebody, I always tell them, I'm not here to bring you solutions because I don't have the solutions for you. I can help you see what is best for you, or if you don't see it, you don't spot it for yourself, I can spot it and point it out. So that's the kind of coach that I am. I'm not a expert. I'm not a counselor or what is it? Yeah, counselor. I'm just a coach. So the 3 questions that I had whenever you're choosing a sex technology tool or a dating app are these. First of all, what do I need right now? Or what do I need in this stage of my life? That's the most important thing, obviously, to ask yourself. And please remember that need is different from desire. If you want to ask yourself another question, that's the second one that I had for you. What do I desire? Desire is one thing, need is a totally different thing. some of us can have blind spots when it comes to these questions. Like you can say that, oh, I need somebody that understands me, somebody that respects me. But you may just as well need time to connect with yourself and really get to know yourself better. And that need could be fulfilled in many other ways than just having a relationship with somebody. Now, that's a more complex aspect, and usually this is the kind of nuance or detail that you can spot or have obvious when you're discussing with somebody else, therapist, coach, counselor, and so on. But what do I need right now or at this stage of my life, and what do I desire right now and at this stage of my life? And when you have clarity on these two questions, sex technology and dating apps may not necessarily be the answer for you. Maybe. You just don't know. And the third question is, once I know what my need and my desire is, what is the healthiest way for me to get those things? It may not be sleeping with as many people as possible or hooking up with as many people as possible. It may not even be dating people in general. But the healthiest way for me, whoever I am the one asking these questions, may turn out to be different. And I think when, like, for instance, when Facebook dating is gonna come, because right now they're testing it, I can actually tell you in which countries they're testing it. Romania is not here. And I think that there are many countries not, like the countries that my members or our colleagues here in this group are from, are not in this, are not right now in the trial stage of this app. So right now it's already being tested in Colombia, Thailand, Canada, Argentina, and Mexico. So I don't think we have somebody from these countries. And it's going to be released soon. Hold on a second. Where is it? Where is it? Oh gosh. Where is it? I know that some of these countries are not gonna. Yeah, it's going to expand to 14 new countries, which are the Philippines, Vietnam, Singapore, Malaysia, Laos, Brazil, Peru, Chile, Bolivia, Ecuador, Paraguay, Uruguay, Guyana, I have no idea how to pronounce this in English, and Suriname, which, golly, you can strike me down because I've never heard of Suriname. I'm not so good in, not so good in geography. So, yeah. So when Facebook dating comes online, I'll be the first one to try it out. Not that I'm not receiving proposals, because I gotta say this, since I've announced my mission, vocation, whatever you want to call it, I've been also receiving proposals and a lot of friend requests from guys that I have no clue who they exist. Sometimes I get, what is it, like picked up at various events, more so than I was in the past. So yeah, and it's usually people who know what I do. I don't mind that, basically, but you know, I wasn't officially in the age group, but I still get to, you know, get to see some of the implications of these things. So I'm definitely going to try out Facebook dating app, and I'm going to let you know what it's like, you know, for me at least. But I'm going to take it as something for fun, not necessarily that I'm expecting to meet the love of my life or somebody that I would consider a potential partner for me on those apps. So, you know, to be honest here. So yeah, this was my my take on Sextech and dating apps, and it was great to see you guys. I hadn't seen you in a long time, and I'll slowly get back to this group. I was super busy working on a lot of things, and there's one tool that I'm still working on, one program, and it was started here on this group. Now I'm going to remind you of that. I'm going to repost that, and if you want to contribute there, perfect. Otherwise, I hope to see you soon. I hope that you're having fun and having sex and having orgasms and enjoying yourselves. And see you next time. And I'm glad that you joined in and that we had this discussion. Bye.